maybe this is a channeled message because I don't do messages without tarot, but I really, really hope you guys stay and listen to this. So a lot of you guys realize that in most cases, a person that does not have any goals, any aspirations, and they start dating you and then they walk away, they're the problem. They're the problem. And I'm going to give you an explanation why they're the problem. Why a person with no goals, no aspirations would never have a goal and aspiration for your relationship. Let's dive in. My name is Noah Valenzuela. I'm the Tarot Vaquero. And please just listen to this. I'm known for reading tarot online. I'm known for diving into relationships of people and seeing what's wrong with the relationship through tarot and intuition, right? It's 100% true. I have a lot of clients that can prove to you that shit is crazy how I be reading y toda la cosa. One thing that I've noticed, one thing that I've always noticed, a relationship would never work out if someone has goals, somebody has aspirations, and the other person does not, right? And it's one red flag that I don't really see a lot of people talking about. The fact that if a human being does not have goals, does not have set intentions for themselves, the relationship will fail if they don't get their act together, right? Let me explain why. And this is one thing that I always see from specific people or their partners. The person that always walks away is a person that does not have set goals, right? And it's very, very, very rare when we do have a person that has goals that walks away from a relationship, but they tend to walk away because they know they deserve better, right? But then there's a specific individual that does not have goals, does not have aspirations, and they specifically do not know what's the end for that relationship, what they want without the relationship. That person will walk out and they will convince themselves that they want better, they deserve better, without actually working for better. You understand that, you grasp that, and then that's that individual that does not have any goals, does not have any aspirations, will convince themselves why this good relationship was not good for them, right? And then they will blame this person for staying stuck. They will blame the person that does have goals, that does have aspirations, for staying stuck. When in reality, it's a mental pattern that they have, that they're not aiming towards anything. Their life is not moving, so they think or they feel like this relationship is keeping them stuck. You get it? And that's why they convince themselves, let me go find better. Let me go looking for better, instead of actually working and doing better for themselves and better for their partner. And I definitely want you to acknowledge that that's a humongous red flag, right? A lot of people don't understand that a human being that does not have aspirations, does not have goals, it would be really hard to stay in a relationship because they can't stay busy outside of that relationship, outside of that partnership. Right? And these specific individuals, they always use the excuse of you deserve better. No, you're specifically telling your partner that they don't deserve you becoming better for them. Right? And I'm telling you, I want you guys to acknowledge that maybe this is a channeled message, but I want you guys to acknowledge that a person that does not have aspirations, does not have goals, doesn't have a job, is not aiming anywhere, won't aim anywhere with your relationship. Okay, and a lot of people question, it's my fault that I do something wrong. No, it's not your fault, because you were doing your own thing. You were working on yourself. You were building yourself up. You were busy outside of this relationship. They weren't, and they were bored, and they convinced themselves that the relationship was holding them down, right? I don't know why I feel like somebody needed to hear this message, so stay. Well, not stay, we'll go, but cuídense mucho.